everybody, hi and welcome back to my channel again. In my previous recording I had talked about the update for Windows 11 and the motherboards that are certified. I will be going over those motherboards for you of how to locate your TPM 2.2 header that is located on your motherboard. Some motherboards, like I said, they have the header is built in. I went to Gigabyte and they don't have none, so I went to the 400 series as well as a 500 automatically built into the chipset of the motherboard. So only thing you have to do at the opening of your boot up, just hit the delete button or F2 button, and that takes you right into your BIOS. I'll be putting a link in the description below of how to go ahead on and locate that and turn that on, so that will help me out a lot to turn some of my TPM headers on as well too on the motherboard and the BIOS. Okay, let's get into the topic. Alrighty, this is MSI. Now this is the MSI Mag B550 Tomahawk. As you see, now we're gonna go right to the manual. This is one reason why I say always keep your manuals. If you have any issues, refer to your manual. And if you don't know, or if you lost your manual, you can always go to the website and pull up the manufacturer or the model of the motherboard, and then you just go ahead and take you right to it. So now we are going into the manual. I already put them all up in PDF. So let's get it right into the Tomahawk series. This is the Tomahawk motherboard. As you see, it's gonna go through your basics, graphic, what you need to use for the motherboard. We're just gonna go right and locate your header and where your header is located at. And there we go. Now, just like I said, some motherboards, their headers are automatically chips built into the chipset. Some motherboards are not. Like on the B550 Tomahawk, as you see, their header is, I think it's that's the JTPM1, which is located by your system fan. Alright, let me just go ahead and see if I can find a better picture of the motherboard for you so you can go ahead and see exactly what I'm talking about. As well as, you know, MSI, their guidelines are suck. So their TPM header is located by the system fan, which is located by your M.2 slot on the motherboard. Let's go to a variant picture. They should have an overview of it, as well as, yes, they do. And just like I said, the TPM header is located right above the M.2 slot underneath the CPU lower bracket. You got your HDMI, and there is your TPM header right there next to your system fan. I wish I could have a better shot, but this is it right here. You can locate your TPM header on MSI Mag B550 Tomahawk. Motherboard is located right next to the system fan. Underneath, there's a heavy, beefy heat sink right next to this heat sink on the lower back end. It's right there, so you're gonna see the heat sink, and then you're gonna see your system fan, and you're gonna see your TPM header right there, your 2.0. Now I'll be going over the devices soon. That's MSI. Let's go to another MSI motherboard, which is the H410M. This is an Intel motherboard. And we just go right into the motherboard layout. And as I'm seeing, it'll be JTPM1. And that is located next to the USB as well as your front panel hookup. Let's go right into the overview. And if you see into this picture right here, there's your TPM header right there. That's your TPM 2.0. Now you have to go ahead and get the TPM 2.0 module. You can get those from Amazon. I'll be putting that link in the description below. If you have an MSI motherboard, and after you turned on your TPM headers into your BIOS, That then it would say probably read an error. But if you have, like I said, if you're on the higher motherboards, the 500 series and higher, it's automatically built into the motherboards such as Gigabytes and the ASUS. Those motherboards has it built in. And when I went to the ASUS website and trying to pull up their motherboards, just like I said in the previous video I did, that they discontinued the 300 series models, so they will not be supporting anything with those models there. If you're on the ASUS 400 series or higher, you are good to go. Just like I said, your JTPM header is right here, located right next to your SATA 3 and your SATA 4 port, as well as your front panel hookup and your USB hookup. So yes, your TPM header is located right there, and to be more better specific with it, is located next to your PCI slot. So here's your PCI 16x PCI X16 lane slot here. Here's your PCI slot right there. So it's located right next to your PCI slot and underneath your chipset right there. So it's into this section right here. Okay, just like I said, moving right along to Prime Z590 motherboards. Let's go to an overview of their product. Here is the overview of the motherboard. Very sleek. This is the Intel Z590 module. So this is to all the Intel users that are looking forward to locate the TPM. Now, once you, like I said, once you go into your BIOS and turn everything on, I'll be putting a link in the description below, so y'all can go ahead and know how to do that. To the new users as well too, as well as the old users that don't know how to turn it on. If y'all want to use Windows 11, if you don't worry about it. But it's also good, it's always good to know this information. Now I'm going into the manual. Here is your manual layout, and there is your TPM header located next to your battery, located next to the second M.2 slot. So it's right there underneath your M.2 slot. So if we go into a better overview, which this should do it right here, it's right there. And I kind of like this because it gives you a nice good picture of it. Once you don't have to go ahead and remove the M.2 bracket, the heat sensor plate is right there. As you see, TPM. That's your header pins. If you do not see a header pins, that means that you cannot put the TPM module piece on it. You will need that to run Windows 11. Now, just like Gigabyte got theirs built in. I went through all their models. They do not have not a TPM header, so I hope that Gigabyte have it built into their chipset, and it has the chipset control onto the motherboard on the PCB. So just like I said, to locate the TPM on all Intel motherboards, the Z590s, it's located right underneath the second M.2 slot. Okay, we go into the ASUS B550 Creative motherboard as well. Let's go to overview, so I could go ahead on and pull up a good picture of it. It's a nice, good, sleek motherboard, so I give ASUS that there. So let's go into the PDF. As well, as you see on the B550 Creator, the TPM header is located by the upper M.2 slot next to your channel fan, right next to this AM4 CPU bracket socket. There's your TPM header right there. Let's go right there to the, and as you see it right there, located next to this big beefy heat sink, there goes your M.2 slot, and right there is your TPM header. When you see those pins, you can just connect your modular up into it, download the software to activate the TPM, or the BIOS chipset should automatically pick it up, and you be good to go. Yes, it is located right next to the channel fan, your upper M.2 socket, and next to your AM4 socket. So it's right there. Now ASRock. Now this is the motherboard I'm on. I am on the A320M HDV version 4.0. So now I pulled up the manual. This is what my motherboard looked like. This is my entertainment rig in the room. So if I decide to go Windows 11, I have to buy one of these pieces for this motherboard only. Now for my Asus motherboard and as well as my FM2 motherboard, Asus do not have no TPM header for that. So those motherboards will not be getting updated to Windows 11. So like I said, I turned everything on in BIOS and it's still red, not compatible. So I'm not really worrying about that. So these two systems here will be on Windows 10 for my editing rig, and my gaming rig will be on Windows 8.1 Pro. Okay, let's go right into the PDF. This is my version right here, the A320M HDV version 4.0. And I'm just going to go straight down into the layout of the motherboard. As you see right here where it says 15, that's my TPM header. It's located right next to the COM1 and next to my channel fan 2. Now keep in mind this motherboard comes with two system fans, channel fan 1, channel fan 2. So if you want to buy a fan header, you could go ahead and hook up to about 8 fans if we could do it like that. So just buy a header. Each header comes with a CPU hookup as well as 4 system fans hookup. So that's a total of 5 fans to hook up. So if you go 1 on the channel fan, 1 on the channel fan 2, and you buy a fan header of 5, that gives you 10 fans to hook up into your system. But to locate the TPM, it's sitting on the lower board at the bottom of ASRock. So if you have any of these motherboards, always refer to your manual so you could go ahead on and locate the TPM headers as well as other headers as well too. But to use Windows 11, you gotta make sure your motherboard has a TPM header on the motherboard. Some motherboards like Gigabyte and Asus may have it downloaded automatically into the chipset. Some motherboards don't. You gotta buy the module and hook it up to the module pin header. Here is what the module looks like. You got the Asus TPM-M R2.0. Make sure they say R2.0, not 1.0. You got to be on 2.0 or better. This is what they look like. You can get these from ASRock or Newegg of their website. I don't think your local retail stores might have it, like Micro Center. They might have it or they might not. But if you need to go ahead and get you a TPM header, you can get it from Asus and Newegg or from your local computer retail store. Now, once you put this header, by this header, just like I said, you're gonna locate your header on your motherboard, which is located on the bottom, but located on the lower end of the motherboard. As you notice that some motherboard has it located by the upper M.2 socket. Some motherboard has it located by the fan system panel hookup, and or by your USB on the lower end motherboard. So just go ahead and look for it. Always refer to your manual for any questions you have with your motherboard. If we don't refer to your manual, then you're just gonna be a lost chip without hope. So just like I tell every newcomer as well as old comers, because a lot of old schoolers throw their motherboards away and don't want to look at it, and they be confused at times. So, well, where's my system? Where's this pin header located? How to hook this up? How to do that? Always refer to your motherboard manufacturer manual. If you don't have the motherboard available, you can always go to the website and get all your information there. put in the motherboard module. They're going to go ahead and take you to the motherboard, and as well, you just go ahead and start downloading. Alrighty, I want to thank y'all for watching this segment on how to update your motherboards for Windows 11 and locating the TPM 2.0 header on your motherboard. I hope this information was very resourceful to you. I got more great videos coming, and I'll see y'all in the next one. If you like this video, hit the like button on the way out. It helps my channel a lot. It helps me grow my channel. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.